Cool. God. Said it too much, bro. So I'm Jai Shri Sanatan Dharam ji. Yeah, Sikhi's actually the real Sanatan Dharam. Akal.
He was restoring it. Oh yeah, it's a rewind video. It's going backwards.
Yeah, Sanatan actually means backwards in when it comes to Gurbani. So Sanatan Dharam is not a, like there is no like the meaning. Sanatan basically means Puratan. It's just a synonym of Puratan. But now Hindus, since last 80, 90 years, they change the meaning. They calling it eternal. It's when you read everywhere, it's written in any text like 200 years ago, 300 years ago, say 600 years ago. When you read that text, eternal never fit there. It only fit the. It's basically mean traditional or folk tradition. So like let's say you can say this is a tradition of my family, this is a tradition of our community. So term used to mean all text, old text, is basically mean code or law. So Sanatan term mean our traditional rules or code of our family, of our community, or of our religion. So that's what Sanatan mean. When we say traditional, it's also mean backwards, like going back. So when it comes in a Gurbani, basically Kabir Sahib Shabd is Ab man ult Sanatan hua. So my mind take a U-turn and going backwards, because this ult Shabd is mentioned multiple times. So it's making it's all always about going in a reverse. So Sanatan, nowhere it mean eternal. Bring me any text, old text more than 100 or 150 year ago, or any text where it's said, and read the context and prove me it can mean eternal there. And anyways, and no term can be eternal anyways. Term can only happen within the sansar, and when sansar is not eternal, how can be a term can be eternal? So it don't make a sense anyways that term is eternal.
So, Guryad, what's your opinion on those Hindus that basically rejected Puranas and stuff?
Sorry, they make claims on what? Puranas? Sorry?
Yeah, so for example, I brought some quotes from Shiv Purana to Hindus, right? And Agni Purana. And some I've brought Manu Smriti too. And then when I bring these quotes, they say, oh, these books, they're not written in Kali Yuga, like in this Yuga, so I'm not going to accept it.
They are not written in Kali Yuga, they said?
Yeah, that's the weird thing. They said, I only accept books that are written in Kali Yuga. And when I said, what about Shiv Purana? They're like, it's not written in Kali Yuga, so I can reject it.
But all their manuscripts are from Kali Yuga. There is no manuscript of any Veda which is more than 700-800 years old, even oldest. You know, there is a some part, because basically this whole thing actually evolved from the Buddhism. So Buddhists have some text in Tibet in their canon, which is at max 1100 years. So it's considered between 1000 to 1100 year old, and that manuscripts, they have little part of Yajurveda, and because it's the same evolution. But after that, all this Rig Veda and stuff, you cannot find anything more than millennia. Basically, they are not even a millennia; they are like 600-700, just two to three, between 2 to 300 before Guru Nanak Pasa. Ved Vyasa is actually happened in 14th century. Guru Nanak Pasha came in the 16th century, 1569. So Ved Vyasa just a few generations before, who's supposed to write all these four Vedas. So I don't know what they are talking about.
So do you think that's like a coping mechanism?
Yeah, there's a coping like okay, telling we are the oldest, our Vedas are written 50,000 years ago, and this and that. So tell them like what you guys have which is not written in Kal Yuga. Get the carbon dating and show us, prove us.
Yeah, so when Deep was talking to this Hindu and he was basically saying
I wasn't talking to a Hindu. This is when Purohit and Golden Age were debating. And Purohit brought something up, and Golden was like, well, that wasn't written in this yug, so it wasn't there, or something along those lines, which I don't know anything about Hinduism, so whether that's true or not, I don't know. But, yeah. But that's a lot of them, like, that's why it's like, I don't know. That's why I don't debate them, because they jump around their holy texts, and it's really hard to, like, pin them on something, because there's, like, always a cop-out. They always have a cop-out. It's weird.
Even Avesta is it's not it's still like debated, but there is the Vedas and Avesta, the Zoroastrian text is from similar times, so there is a debate earlier or something. But yeah, so Vedas are not that old, or any text. Even Puranas come after even Vedas.
I agree with you, G. I think they need to provide some sort of evidence, like carbon dating at least.
Yeah, and I
Like
guess
they
they
say
did it.
Hinduism is like 1 million years old.
There is they don't like expose it. There is a carbon dating. Like some part there are this Vedas oldest manuscripts. There is some in a Delhi museum, some in a Pune institute they have, and there is some part in a Gujarat or somewhere, and then your UK museums have some of them, and none of them is older than like they all within this last millennia, and they are already carbon dated.
I think the fake Sikh is back. I'm gonna throw out my little plate and see if she's...
Don't mute her. Don't mute her. Don't mute her. Don't mute her.
Oh,
Let it be.
You random.
Okay.
You want to play video games?
Bro, I'm still at work, dog. Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh shit!
War Dogs. Which one?
Who?
Wait, what game did he say?
Oh, no, he just wants to play a game, but I can't play any games, bro. I'm at work.
Oh, where are they?
Even like so.
No, yeah.
So like
Sorry,
this whole
Pandy, go on.
Mahabharata from the just Yuga before Kal Yuga they call it. Basically, it is from the it is same time and same story. Lot of things match when the Greeks were in this Indo Greeks. So there in Afghanistan in last century, like even just 40 years ago or something, they found a big bunch of gold coins from that time. Lot of them actually. So they have picture of their kings, and they one of them is a Krishna, one which they call Krishna now, and one of his brother which match exactly with the brother of the Krishna in a story who always keep the hull on his Balaram. And in whole subcontinent, oldest temple of Krishna is actually more than there is a difference of 1,000 years. There is no temple of Krishna. Maybe maximum if you go behind 1200 years ago or 1300 years ago, you can't find anything before. But those coins are around 2000 years ago. So these whole stories they were written like they start building up after a few centuries after this whole Greek when the Alexandria came, all the wars happened between the local kings. Some kings side the Alexandria and some fight against the Alexandria, and the local kings fight with each other. So and these become a legendary epic stories within a few centuries. And after the Kanishka come, and after that this whole name they mix up the Kanishka character, and there was a son of Alexander, Hercules. There is another Hercules from Greek, but there is a Hercules here too. So this whole story, the enemy sent a snake to kill him and stuff. Those all stories are documented for those Indo-Greek kings, and then these multiple stories mix up, and then later, after a few centuries, they write these stories, epic stories, and you have a Mahabharata and the Gita and
Yeah,
the
so
Krishna.
if you reject the scriptures in Hinduism, Gita 16.23 slash 24, he who discards the scriptural orders and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act that he may gradually be elevated. If you reject any Purana, Simritis, or Vedas, you're not gonna get Jivan Mukti.
Yeah, in Hinduism, similar to Islam, if you can say I don't do idol worship or Sikh, that's fine. But if you reject the authority of Vedas, you become a Dharmi, basically Nastik or atheist and Malays. So there is no condition of God or anything. The only condition is you have to believe the Vedas at least. They are the highest authority. Then you are a Dharmi person. If you don't believe in the Vedas, reject them, that okay, then you are a Dharmi. Same thing like in Islam, if you don't believe in a Quran, then you are a Kafir. So same concept. And another interesting thing, in Mahabharata, the shlokas in Gitas were even keep adding shlokas up to 200 years ago. And same thing with Upanishad in Vedas, so they keep doing commentary and adding them behind the Vedas, so they keep adding the Upanishads up to 200 years ago. Up to first time they were translated into English, and then the printing press come. Till then they were keep editing and adding more stuff. Even after the Sikhi Guru Nanak Sahib, so they try to make more sense. So they try to add more things in Upanishads. Still it don't match. They still failed. So, and this is a known fact in academic world in India, but they don't talk outside all the in universities and stuff because it's a state policy. But the people who knew the language, who analyze all things, they all are like, yeah, these lot of stuff is added even 300 years ago, 250, this is 200, because the language, the formation of letters and the dialects and new things, they change. They can trace what time these words supposed to be spoken and what time these words and how. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that you brought the Islam aspect into it, because in Islam there's a hadith where it says a woman's testimony is considered half of that a man, and that implies that a woman's like mind is almost like half of a man.
Yeah.
And let me try to find. There is a quote from like Hindu scriptures that says almost like I'm word to word exactly the same thing. Let me try to find it.
Yeah, they have in the Dharma Shastra. Basically, Islam is a issue or like a child of a old ancient Hinduism. Is little, I can even say Islam is a little reformed and better than the Dharma Shastra. Like the tortures, the interrogation they do, they written the Hindu old scriptures, Smritis and other Dharma Shastra, they have even more cruel and tortures than those.
Oh yeah, so Manu Simriti 8.77. One man who is free from covetousness may be accepted as a witness, but not even many pure women, because the understanding of woman is apt to waver, nor even many other than men, who are tainted with sin. So even the most purest woman shouldn't even be allowed, to give a testimony.
Because there is no purest woman. In Gita, it's talk about the Shudra and Vaishya. They are Papa Joni. Pap mean sinful, sin. Pap means sin, Pap and sin. So Yoni mean the sinful birth. And Yoni also mean a life. Apa कहने की खोतेरी जून च पिया. So it says Shudras, Vaishyas and women. They don't specify which woman. All women, including Brahmin women, they are sinful birth and life. So they are Papa Joni.
Yeah, they are. Shiv Purana 5.25 or 24. It says like women are the root of all sins. Within body, we say, bro, we're all created the same. Like how can you say one person's bad than the other? Right? But instead, the Shiv Purana specifically says women are the root of all sins.
Yeah. So do Gita.
Yeah, Gita 9. I think 9:30. It talks about them as lower births with like Shudras and
It's
stuff.
not lower. It's use word Papa. Papa means sin. Sinful birth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I only read the English though.
Yeah, I
So
know.
that's specifically sin birth.
Sinful birth, like they born with the sin, and their life is a sinful too, because Yoni don't only mean birth. Yoni also mean a life. If somebody is living a life, so like you are in a human Yoni, human life.
Okay.
So human
now
Yoni mean both birth and life.
So they also were born as sinners, and their whole life they'll be sinners then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's wonderful, man.
In same Manusmriti, I guess it's 3.28, 3.328 or something. So they do the food for ancestors, like they're supposed to send their food for ancestors through the Prohit, through the Pandits, through the Pandas. So in that, so there is a different requirement. For 1 month, you offer these things to the Prohit. For 2 months, for 6 months, it says give the flesh of a child, human child, and it's not the highest offering. It's just only for 6 months. After, and for 7 months, I guess it's a red deer, and something like that. For 10 months, it's a cow, beef, and then now they say it's not beef. It means cow milk and stuff. They try to change it. And the maximum biggest contract you can do is for up to 12 months, and for 12 months you need to give the rhinoceros, the gander, offer the gander, like sacrifice the gander, the rhinoceros.
That's crazy, bro. What the heck? Yeah, that's the thing. I was first reading about the Islamic hadith in the beginning, and then when this testimony stuff came, I saw half, and then I was like looking in this Hinduism like type of books. I was like, that's kind of insane. But then if you go lower and lower, bro, for example, I thought the Devi and Devta were supposed to be like perfect in the beginning when I didn't know anything about them. But then I'm reading Shivji was into like necrophilia or something. Krishnji was about, I think he married an 8-year-old.
Yeah, Gurbani call all Devi Devtas Tragun Rogi. Rogi mean they are like inflicted.
Can I point something out in Gurbani when we're talking about this subject? If you go into Gurbani, at least on this might be a mistranslation, but it does mention that Guru Namnak speak down on people who eat human flesh. That's actually, it might have been a mistranslation, but that was there into there, and it did mention a little bit of that about the children thing.
Okay, you know the Anga and Pankti or something, we can say. But yeah, they are.
No, I can't. It was in chapter 41, 42, something like that.
Okay,
I can't. I'm on audiobook, so I can't really give you an on that, but I can give you kind of an idea where to go looking.
Manas Khane Kare Nawaj, like there is also like Manas Khane, like there is another mention of Manas Khane. Manas mean humans, Khane mean eaters. So it also comes in another as a metaphor and the literal too. It also comes literal somewhere, and the metaphor what happened. So Gurbani talking about these Brahmins who say we are the pure vegetarian, we don't touch the meat or something, like don't let it allow to come in near our touch. Where Guru said that these people they suck the blood of people by like doing oppression of them and making them slavery without paying them. So it's like sucking a blood of the poor people. So Guru Sahib also said, but who cares? You guys don't eat meat. You guys suck the blood of poor people. Like put them in so miserable situation, give them so miserable life.
Yeah, there's a Sakhi of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So there was two people trying to feed him roti or something.
Yeah.
One person earned it honestly, through Kirti Karo, and another one earned it through let's just say wrong means, right? So when he squeezed both roti, one was flourishing with the dota and the other with the blood, and so that's like one connection too.
Yeah. And like he was actually even killing people. So he have the some kind of inn, like a motel or something. So Dharmshala. So people used when people like travelers they stay there at night. If see somebody a trader have a money, he used to kill them and keeping their money all the travelers. So he
Wow.
made a lot of
I didn't know
money.
that.
So then yeah, and then his roti come with the blood.
Yeah. I didn't know that. That was a backstory. I just remember he was doing some wrong things, and then like a general view. Oh yeah, good Yadvi ji.
Yes.
So people, I don't know. There's this group. They're called Sensitive Six or something,
Yeah,
and they're on Twitter. Have you heard of them?
I know. They are very
Yeah.
misogynist and stuff.
You know how we're all seen as like kind of feminine, like Paramatma is kind of seen as like the right?
Yeah, Paramatma definitely, but when we call Paramatma masculine in Gurbani, but same time Gurbani call everybody feminine, including all biological males too. Because Gurbani
Sorry.
talking about the mind.
Correction. It's chapter 62, not the 40s.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so the why that I brought that up is because I'm trying to see if I could find Shiv Purana verse 10. O Parvati, she who serves her husband with love and compassion considers him her sole lord. And so what these sensitive Sikhs do is they actually agree with this line from the Shiv Purana. And they're like, yes, all women should worship their men, and if they worship the man, they'll go to like SatGur or whatever.
Yeah, heaven or Vaikunt. Next life.
Waheguru Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Fateh.
Waheguru Khalsa, Waheguru Fateh.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm good, brother. I'm chilling.
Nice. What's the topic today?
Nothing, man. We're just talking
today or what?
We're just on Sikhi, brother. And Singh recently got into learning about Hindu scripture, so right now he's just.
All the bums, they're gonna come over here, they're gonna start crying.
No. I won't bring.
I already did like a 2-minute rant about that. What else do I need to know? Next thing is like probably Christianity. Then slowly just spread out. I feel like if you're gonna say the best person in this whole world is Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, you kind of have to prove it. Right? That's my firm belief. If I'm gonna say my mom's better than all your guys' mom, Guru Yadvi Ji, my mom is better than your mom, Red Drum, my mom's better than your mom. I feel like I have to say something to prove, or that's just a baseless statement, right? Because that's also rude to say to you guys too, right? My mom's better than your mom, without proving it.
Yeah, that's kind of harsh, bro.
Yeah, that's messed up, Sick.
Yeah. Like, that's ungrateful.
Hypothetical.
No, I
but
fully. Here's the thing, Sick. I hear what you're saying. You know what the thing is? Like, when we run these lives, just like their lives, we're controlling the narrative, right? Like, every time I've had these debates, it's always the things on the offense and, like, say, like, the on the defense. But, I haven't run a live where we're the defensive, and I don't know if many of us could answer, like, some of the most simple questions somebody could have about Sikhi, or about Guru Nanak, or about any of the temples, to be honest. Like, I'm being completely honest with you. It's always like, if we're debating a Muslim, it's always like, oh, well, Muhammad did this, did that, did that, did that. If a Muslim who is somewhat educated on Sikhi asks a question like, hey, you know, why did your guru do this? And if you
What's
don't
the
know,
spelling
like,
of
this just makes us look
annihilate?
stupid, doesn't it?
Annihilate.
So,
No, that's what they did. I
Annihilate
think,
in English. E-N.
I think it was.
N
I
A-N,
forgot. They were
okay.
like, why did your guru give Shaheed if he's a god?
Yeah,
A-N-N-H.
That's the most
No.
like.
That's the most
overrated
common.
for me.
delete
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I
Because
see, like,
N
for instance, like, I don't know how to answer that. If it was just me on the panel, I wouldn't know how to answer that.
H.
I'm gonna be honest.
So the way I look at it, or the way I would answer that, is that the gurus, each guru, they lived a, you know, using sort of air quotes, lived like a human life, right? And in order for us to, again, you know, understand what the guru's teachings were, they lived a life for us to follow. So they did things that we could do, that we can have an understanding of. So they practically showed us, hey, we're practicing what we preach. It's not just, oh yeah, if you do Nam Japana, you get into meditation, you know, your body, you know, you won't feel any pain or anything. The Guru Sahib lived those lives, right? So Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, like, or if you look at the Shahidiyan, it was a case of that being able to give a sacrifice for what you believe in is something that we should be doing, that we shouldn't be scared of being unalived, to stand up on our principles, on our morals. And then when they sort of come out with this idea that, oh yeah, the Guru Sahib just sat on the Tatitava and they weren't in no pain or anything like that. There's a famous picture of this Buddhist monk, I think it was like 1989 or something, who I think during this Tibetan protest, he just sat, you know, in flames. And he just sat there in bhakti, you know, like didn't flinch, didn't do anything whilst, you know, he's being toasted, right? So it kind of shows that the power of like Nam Japana, or being one with God, does help you in certain elements. So for me, it's a case of, no, our Guru Sahibs taught us how to live in this world, right? The Guru Sahib are sacrificing, you know, their families and stuff like that. It was a case of, look, you know, the Qawm, the Ban is bigger, you know, the truth is bigger. So there's certain elements that, yeah, that the Guru Sahib, they did. I don't believe that the Guru Sahib performed miracles, if that makes sense. I think everything they did with a reason, and something that we can achieve as well, or we should try to achieve.
Yeah, sorry to derail your whole.
It's about the dridta, the like you stood on your principles. So Sikhs can replicate that too. If you have a clarity of mind, and you know what you are doing and why you are doing for what, so then no matter what consequences, you knew about it and you ready for it. So,
Yeah, like Bayanok Singh Babbar Shahidi is a perfect example of that, right? Like Bayanok Singh Babbar, you know, when he was first arrested, like the story's crazy. Like he got arrested, like the bike that he was arrested on belonged to someone else, and he didn't want to get that person in trouble, or you know, that, you know, the police to go to his house and, you know, do what they were going to do to that person's family. So he just basically courted arrest, and they didn't know that they caught Bayanok Singh. And even then, through his torture and everything else, you know, he didn't say anything. The only question he asked was like, what time is it? Because I need to do my Rehra Sahib da Paath, huh? So when you got like police officers, you know, saying this stuff like, look, we did this and this is what's happened and whatnot, there's a power in that Gurbani, and that's kind of led through Sikh history, through role models and, you know, what the Guru Sahib have taught us. So, yeah, so when a lot of these Abrahamic guys come out with, oh, yeah, you know, your God got unalived, you know, if he was all powerful, if he was all knowing or whatever else, he could have avoided it. But it's like, that wasn't the point. That's not the point. Sikhi's always been about Shahidi, and being blessed with Shahidi is another way to like mukti,
Yeah, so the whole thing that the gurus died is such a disingenuous thing to make, because at first God could die when he clearly said God is not God. So gurus themselves were Brahmgyanis, if you like to say that. They were basically one with the God, so they had a God like Gyan, if you want to say like that. And it says Nanak Brahmgyani Aap Parmeshwar or something. There's a whole on Brahmgyani, right? So
Yeah, so Parmeshwar
gurus
only
equated
know
themselves
all
with
the.
God because they clearly said this Bani comes from God, God such, right?
No, it means the Parmeshwar knows everything. So only if you say literally Brahmgyani knows everything is only the Parmeshwar. Brahmgyani are Parmeshwar. The Parmeshwar himself, own self is the Brahmgyani.
Nanak Brahmgyani Aap Parmeshwar?
No. Yeah, so it's saying the Parmeshwar is a Brahmgyani. Brahm means sansar, the universe or the creation, whatever you want to use. So the Gyan of whole sansar, only Parmeshwar have all the knowledge and whole wisdom of all the sansar. Gyan can only be of sansar. No.
How I comprehended is Nanak, so like it says Kaho Nanak or something. So Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji says Brahmgyani. So Brahmgyani Aap is Parameshwar, is
No,
God.
the Gurbani says if you say Brahmgyani mean who knows everything, only Parmeshwar know everything.
So then
Guru Sahib says ਕਰਤੇ ਕੀ ਗਤ ਕਰਤਾ ਜਾਣੇ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਗਬਾਣੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਥਿਤਵਾਰ ਨਾ ਜੋਗੀ ਜਾਣੇ ਰੁਤਮਾ ਨਾ ਕੋਏ ਜਾ ਕਰਤਾ ਸਿਰਟੀ ਕੋ ਸਾਜੇ ਆਪੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਸੋਏ. So people speculate the world is created 6,000 years ago, 6 million years ago. Guru Sahib said nobody know the date. Only Ja Karta Srishti ko Saje, the Karta who set or fashioned this whole creation, whole existence, only knows it. Other people are just speculating.
So then do you think Brahmgyanis are God themselves or no?
Yeah, only Akal Purkh is Brahmgyani, and who people, Gurmukhs, who attuned with him, who sync with him, who unite in union with Akal Purkh give all the knowledge the person need wherever he is or she is. Like you like when you are connected with the Vaheguru, Akal Purkh, so all questions come into front of you or all scenarios you will know, you can see through. But there are so many infinite possibilities which no curiosity, no question, no query come to in your mind. If you have no query about those in your mind, you will never know the answer either, because you don't, there is no even sense inside you to know something. And you can know everything, but there is a sense the surrounding putting you to know, but it doesn't mean you know everything, because we can only think few things, and at max we can only know about those. But there are things we can't even imagine right now, so we can never know about. But the Karta Vaheguru knows everything, because it's the real behind all possible infinite realities. There are endless realities, and they keep changing every moment. So
So the English translation is wrong then.
Yeah, they are wrong. Like this is all they are done by all the Babe who want to get worship, like want to become a Brahmgyani. So they did this all.
Yeah, it says the God conscious. Oh wait, no, that's the other one. Let me try to see if I can find it. So it says there's 3 translations that I have. One is from the website. There's 2 more. I forgot. One is from Manmohan Singh and Sant Singh Khalsa.
Go for Punjabi, maybe English ones are Mohan Singh's is better. Sant Singh Khalsa is okay. But there is not like there is no interpretation, because most interpretation they can be good at most of stuff, but when it comes to the deep core principles of Gurmat, all interpretation miss there, because they were
Yeah.
scholars, so all interpretations miss when it's come to the core elements of Sikhi. And all our preachers and recordings you can read on the YouTube, they all miss there.
Yeah, so the first one is from the website that says the God conscious being, so the Brahmgyani is made so by God himself. Well, this is the other one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Even the Brahm is not for a Kalpurk, this word. Brahm, even in Sanskrit, literally mean expansion. So expansion means expanse, the vastness, the universe.
Yeah, like Brahma.
Brahma is lower level, like, because before Guru Nanak Dev Ji, so there were so many debates happening within people. They said Brahma don't make sense, so they come with another god above Brahma. Then that don't make sense. They try to go as far as, but they never cross the Kal, the time. All their speculation or new gods above another one, they were all within the time. Even there is a Brahma and there is a Brahm or Kal, Mahakal, which is called, but it is still a Kal. And then they said it's Vyas, so in their Devi Puran, so they put a Durga or the Shakti, Mahamaya above all of, including Brahma and everything, but still it's a Kal. So it's first time this, even people never think that there can be something beyond Kal. So everything they think about, they only think within two layers, physical and metaphysical. Just because something formless or metaphysical doesn't mean it's a Kal, because this universe, most of this universe is formless or invisible or metaphysical. It's a mostly wave field, quantum field. It's not physical, but it's still within the time, space time. So the whole spiritual worlds, all spiritual worlds, they exist within the time. They can be non-metaphysical, but they all exist within the time.
Oh.
So Sikhi is not just metaphysical. The truth or akal or karta of Sikhi is also meta-spiritual or meta-matrix, meta-maya too. There is two type of maya: visible maya and then invisible, formless maya. Suksham Maya, we call it Punjabi. Sukham Maya.
So the physical one would be like things you can interact with, right?
Yeah, like three-dimensional things you can touch.
Or whatever, etc.
Yeah.
The invisible one then.
Invisible,
Like,
your thoughts are invisible. Your phone signal is formless. Your phone signal is a wave field. It's not particles, it's waves. So the whole wave world, the wave field world, it exists in a metaphysical world.
So your own thoughts could be the better mind, let's say, right?
Sorry?
So there's two forms of mind. You said the formed one and the formless. So the formed one
formless,
would be
yeah. So when the word comes Nirankar in the Gurbani, everybody translate it to formless. No, for formless, the word is Nirakar. Gurbani don't use Nirakar. It's a Nirankar. Nirankar means without compartments, no angs, no parts. So it means without parts, without compartments. It doesn't mean formless. But all translators, due to this effect of Vedas and Sufi schools and stuff, so they translate it as a formless.
Wait, wouldn't it be formless? Because, for example, I have a TV remote with me. If there's no parts, like for an example, I have a TV remote, right? If I take away all the parts, it becomes no parts. Then it doesn't even exist. So wouldn't it be formless then, or non-existent?
But there is no remote. Like formless, something happening in a time, like a waves, like our thoughts. Your thoughts, your brain is physical, but brain only hosts the electric charges, which host the like information.
Yeah.
Information itself is not a physical. Electric current traveling through copper wire, the medium, but electric current itself is not physical.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So the brain is physical, but the mind is not physical. It's metaphysical. Thoughts are not physical.
So that's where the formless Maya comes from.
Yeah, the dreams are not physical.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So there's two forms of Maya then.
Yeah. So two-dimensional and three-dimensional world. The physical is a three-dimensional plus time world, and then metaphysical is a two-dimensional plus time.
Yeah, that's the thing I didn't really know, because when you think about Maya, the only thing I used to think about was like the physical part.
Physical Maya is very easy to tackle. You can leave all the money, go in the jungle or something. It's the hardest, the Suksha Maya, the non-physical, metaphysical Maya is multi-layer. There are multiple dimensions, layers in that Maya. That's the most tricky Maya people
Yeah,
stuck at.
I think Barney talks about like if you could easily, go in the jungles, but you
Yeah.
wouldn't achieve Mukti because the animals would have achieved, right?
Yeah. Ego don't come like some people say, oh, I have so much money, I have so much power. So that's very surface level ego. Actual ego, like Gurbani talk about all these yogis, monks, that they are full of ego. So they leave all their money, all their power. They left, they become a hermit. So people say, how can they have a the actual deeper ego is the sense of doership, sense of control, or sense of pity. Oh, you know that these worldly people, look, I am at different frequency, higher frequency. These people are lower frequency. Like this separating yourself from world and thinking you are on some higher pedestal is the actual chronic ego inside you, deep inside your bones. Like
Yeah, I
leaving
think
money, leaving your status is easy thing. Okay, yeah.
there was a person who was doing Katha Nam. So Nam, like Na means no and Am means I. They're not separate from how to explain.
Yeah, those are okay, those kathas, but we can say those meanings, but actually, because Gurbani in a Shabad, in a Bani, in a language, so it's for regular meaning of language. So, Naam actually mean identity in Gurbani. Naam is direct translation is name, but name is very low. Like if you elaborate, it means identity. Naam mean identity. And then it comes to identity of what? So the core primary distinction of Gursikhi from all the religions is they all of those religions can talk about different attributes of God. Some people may have 99, some can even have thousands of attributes, but nobody knows whose attributes these actually belong. So they all religions up to Quran or up to Upanishad, they all said nobody know the truth, and truth is in a gab and zahir, like it's a hidden, it's a gupt, it's not pragat, it's a paid, it's a secret, it's a complete mystery. So they all said that absolute truth is not revealed to anyone ever. So that absolute eternal truth, independent absolute truth revealed on self in Gurbani. So is for us the final and complete revelation of God is not some kind of rules or some theory of creations. It is the revelation or exposition of Akal or God own self. That's the final revelation when God reveal own self. Otherwise, everything is secondary and temporary. So in Gurbani, so it's used to be called like the God or the truth is Akathya, Anam, nobody, unnamed, unidentified, unknown, undescribable, unreachable. Agochar mean unreachable. Gab in the Quran mean it's complete mystery. It's not, we don't know yet, and nobody can know in this their life. Maybe after that, that's just a future promise. So in Gurbani, the actual revelation in Sikhi, which make it different from all, is the revelation God reveal on self in His own Shabad form, and that's why is the Naam is stressed so much. Naam mean identity, absolute identity of the absolute. Sat Naam mean absolute identity of the eternal own self. It's not attributes. The Vaheguru is the attribute or virtue. Gobind is the attribute. Gopal, Ram, these are verbs. These all are verbs. But we do have a deen noun. People do have a local nouns. They have a verbs, and then they create a character in their story. Rama, Krishna, Jesus, and stuff like that. And these are local nouns, worldly nouns. In lower end of the verbs, let's put there is one layer of verbs, the guna, and then out of they collected some gun and they create a character out of it. Like Ram have a 14 gala sabur. Ram have the 14 virtues or attributes. Krishna have the 16 attributes or virtues. So these are like, and but when it comes to the verse before, who actually all the virtues or the gun belongs, they said nobody know. So then it comes like a gunas or virtue attributes can only happen within the world, the Maya. If there is no Maya, no sansar, then there is no virtues, no guna. So then if there is no guna, it's called nirgun. But they're never able to know what is nirgun. So they always say when we go to nirgun, we find nothing. We only find darkness, the zero, the shunya, emptiness. Like we don't know what that truth is. So Quran talk this shunya or darkness as a veil, that Allah is hiding behind the veil. We can only see the dark, kali kambali, black sky or darkness. We don't know what the truth behind. So that in Gurbani, Gupton Pragati Aya. So Gurmukh mean the Gur Gur doesn't mean Guru. Gur comes from the Ped, revealed Ped, the mystery resolved. So Akal Purkh, he come out of the mystery or hidden and show his face. Face basically metaphor for identity. Like, if you have a covered face, you going through security gate and they ask you, identify yourself. It's obvious for you that you're supposed to uncover your face, your mukh. So the mukh represent also identity. So the Gur, SatGur mean the Ped, the mystery, the secret of the eternal, revealed secret of the eternal. That's SatGur mean. You go to Guru to know the Gur. And Guru, the genuine, actual true Guru is the one who can give you the Ped, the secret, the Gur. Who can reveal the gap, make it zahir, who can make the Gupt pragat to you. So you can directly connect with your goal of your mind. So there are so many these words. When we read our translation, all of them translate Gur as Guru. And that's why Sikhs are so confused since last couple of centuries. So they're going to every Guru, every Hindu Guru or every other Guru. Like they bow down to every person who is like pretty famous in the world. So Sikhi is not Guru Sikhi. It is not a person Guru and person disciple relationship. It used to be before Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Like Siddhs have this Guru Shishya tradition. All the Sampradayas of Vedant have to this. Peer Muridi in Sufism and Islam, Sunni Islam, they used to have this thing. Guru Nanak said, no, person can be pretending, actor, or it can corrupt or change. Your goal is not the Guru, your goal is the Gur. So there is a Srotram in Hinduism, is a Guru Srotram, they call Guru Vishnu, because when, I told you like around 600-700 years ago, a lot of discussions happening. And then they're thinking all these gods like Vishnu, they are not God. And then the new concept comes, the Guru, the person you get talk to is the God. So they said Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Sakshat Maheshwara, the Guru of the school, the founder of the school, like Advaita school, Shankaracharya, Advaita, this and that, or Gorakhnath for the Gorakh. Gurbani says the yogi, the Siddhs, what they say, what they jab, they do Gorakh. So they try to invoke the Gorakh inside them. So they consider the Gorakh is the perfect final avatar of the Shiva. So they always meditate on the Gorakh, so they can invoke Gorakh. So people used to meditate on the founder Guru of their whatever lineage or path or sampradaya they follow. Guru Nanak Sahib changed it. They said no. You are not supposed to worship these gods, Brahma, Vishnu, demigods either, but you are not supposed to worship person either. So then what? He said, you're supposed to know the secret of the absolute truth, what it is. And then when it open to you, then you worship and connect with that. So Guru Nanak Sahib changed it to, you may think, like we Sikhs don't say Guru Sikh, Guru Dwara, Guru Mat, we say Gur Mat, Gur Sikh, Gurdwara. It's Gurudev, not Gurudev. So Guru Nanak Sahib changed the paradigm. He said, no, it's not about Guru either. It's about the Gur, the revealed secret, hidden, exposed. So revelation of the truth. So Guru Nanak Sahib changed Gurmukh Nadam. So before yogis tried, they think Nad is the source of creator of the creation whole world. So we want to hear the Nad, Anhad Nad, Anhat Nad. So some yogis say, the Pandits say, oh, Vedas are the Brahm itself. So if we read Veda, we get the knowledge and then we connected with the Brahm. Some yoga school says you need supposed to see the Prakash. Sufis, for Sufis also, you're supposed to see and connect with the Noor, the light. In some Christian monks, they also ask the God is light. We don't know anything beyond that. We only know the God is light. Like Moses see the light, and all like somebody say the burning fire and all this. So Gurbani says no, you are not supposed to connect with Nad. Nad is in a Kal, Prakash is in a Kal. They are all waves, Tranga. Trang Shabd there is in a Gurbani. So Guru Nanak Sahib supersede this. They said Gurmukh Nadan, Gurmukh Vedan, Gurmukh Riyasmaye. They said the identity, the exposed face identity, Mukh mean coming out of hiding, coming out of veil. The SatGur, the Sat mean eternal, the mystery or secret Sat revealed own self and identify its own self. And that we're supposed to connect with that, not with Naad. So that is for Naad for Gursix, not the sound. That is like if Pandit want to connect with Vedas for Gursix, you want to connect with the direct with the Kalpurk, who revealed on self. And that is Ved and Gurmukh Riyas Mai. This truth, this Satgur Shabd, the Satnam which revealed, is actually permeating and pervading everywhere. Then he said, Gur Ishar. Before the mantra was Guru Ishwar, Guru Brahma. So Guru Nanak changed it to Gur Ishar. He said not Guru, Gur. The revealed secret is the Ishar for Gursik, not the Ishar of the Hindus, the deity. Guru Ishar Gur Gorakh. Now, before Gorakh was not added in a Guru Srotram, because Gorakh Panth get very famous and popular just couple of centuries before Guru Nanak, and at the time of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the Gorakh Panth was most dominating sect in the whole subcontinent. Start from the Assam, it go all the way up to the Afghanistan and then down to the Maharashtra, and they have different name in different areas. Some area they were called Nath, in some area they were called Kanpate and Yogis or Siddh. So Guru Sahib Gurmukh Nadan, Gurmukh Vedan, Gurmukh Riyas Maya, Gur Gorakh, Gur Parvati Maya, Gur Brahma, Gorakh. So that's like all yogis try to invoke Gorakh inside. They always recite Gorakh inside their mind. So this is the Gur. Satgur Shabd is the Gorakh, not that person you are trying to invoke. Connect with this. Gur Parvati Maya. So Parvati Maya in the Shakat school, they think the Parvati, the Mahamaya, is above Brahm and Brahma and consciousness and all Devi Devtas and everybody. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all. So they said actually the Satgur Shabd is the Parvati Maya for Gursik, not that goddess. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji totally shift the whole paradigm of the thought process. Not the demigod versus you, not the person Guru versus you. So there is the Shabad, the revealed Akal Purukh, and your Surt, your awareness, your attention, your consciousness. This is make that the Sikh, not your body a Sikh. Because when that the floating mind become a Sikh, automatically your thoughts will get fixed and your action will get fixed eventually, and your words will get fixed also. So this is a whole paradigm shift. It's not a Guru Shishya, the person master Guru and person disciple tradition, Sikhi, like all the Sampradayas have, Hindu Sampradayas, Vedic Sampradayas have. Like let's say Guru Arjan Dev Ji, so they have their own style of Gurbani. So they always put a question mark first, kind of. So they सब कहते हैं पाया घटना कि नहीं रहाया. So they say every school, they say we find the truth. Nobody want to claim any lesser than others. Yogis, Pandits, Mullahs, Sufis, all kind of people. But he said, like, but none of them know. They all come with a different answer. So, but they said it's in same pattern. There is a Bani in Anand Sahib. We all every day pretty much read or listen. आनंद आनंद सबको कहे आनंद गुरु ते पाया है. Guru Sahib saying, everybody is saying we are in Anand and we find the Anand from the Guru. So even there were some Guru, the persons who even don't speak or give any discourse. It's called Moni Babe. They stay silent. But people think go there, do rub their feet, give them massage and just sit there and you will be in Anand and blessing. So that kind of Anand is temporary. It's basically kind of, you can say, hallucination or like a placebo effect. It's not a permanent. It don't stays. But Guru says, Anand, Anand, sabko kahe. Everybody is saying we are in Anand and we go to our own Guru. Everybody go to their own. Yogi go to yogis. Hindu goes to Acharya. Some go to Peers. So they said, but that's not work. He said, next Pankti said, Paya Anand Sada Gorte. But in reality, the only way to get the permanent bliss, Anand, is from Gur. If you don't know, if the absolute truth is still hidden from you, is still a mystery to you, your mind will never come to the rest. It can take a break, but again, it will start wandering around. So, Paya Anand Sada Gorte, Kirpa Kare. So, Guru Sahib says, you don't get Anand from Guru, you get Anand from Gur. And what is the Gur? Gur revealed as a Shabad. Which Shabad? That's the one Sikh supposed to find and search and be curious of. That which Shabad Gurbani talking about? So it's whole paradigm shift. The whole base is replaced. Foundation, framework is replaced.
Yeah, I mean, I totally like that. That was really deep.
Very deep.
You know, if you ask any even Punjabi Muslim, Punjabi Hindu, or even Hindi person or Urdu person, tell them don't go in any religious context, just on the basis of language, linguistically, ask them what Gur mean. When right now this new paradigm created in a Sikh like a religious, we change the words. If you ask any Punjabi, Hindi, Gujarati, or any person from northwest part of subcontinent, all people linguistically they know Gur means something secret, trade secret. It doesn't mean a person or master or guru. You can ask your parents, grandparents. Like ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਬਿਹਾਵ I am not asking in the context of Sikhi, I am asking in the like Punjabi language as a what Gur mean. Because this whole Sikhi context is built like in last couple of centuries, and now we saying we are not Hindus, but we are doing exactly same thing they are doing.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of raw information just to, digest, but
Yeah.
I didn't know Hindus actually worship their guru like how you kind of made it sound.
No, I do. They are Srotar. You know that guy with all his forehead painted yellow? A lot of Sikh people like making him viral. So what he says? He says, you can never connect or know the... Premanand. So all the Guru says, oh, you know Gurbani, but you can never know the Kalpurk, you can never know the Brahm. Nobody can know the Brahm through the Guru. The Guru is the manifestation of the Brahm. So he put his thumb towards him when he talk about Sikhi or Guru Gurbani. You need to see his body language. So he is telling all the Sikhs, no, because according to their Vedas and Upanishads, nobody know the actual truth. And nobody can ever know it. So you can only know a person. So he always says, so Guru is the Brahm for seekers. So he basically trying to tell Sikhs that because we Sikhs translate God as a guru, and it's telling, I am the present guru. So you read Gurbani, and I am the now present guru for you guys. Because he said, you know, nobody know the Nirgun, so nobody can connect with it. But Guru is itself a Brahma Swarup. So you connect with the Guru. So he is using all our these misleading interpretations, and that's why all Sikhs who read Gurbani eventually end up Radha Swami Dera, Falane Baba Ji, Nanak Sar Wale Baba Ji, Falan Mastuane Wale Baba Ji, Idhar Wale Baba Ji. So, and now this whole thing, the Sikhs are becoming Christian because our Pracharak saying, oh, Akal Purkh have no name, nobody know Akal Purkh. And the Gurbani talk about Shabad, and Christians quoting them the John 1.1, oh, there was a God, there was a word, and word is a flesh, and flesh is a Jesus. They said the Jesus is a word, the Shabad. And now they are connecting, going in a Christianity because we do have a Shabad. But no so-called Brahmagyani know that Shabad. No, nobody's book actually talk about it. They say nobody know the Naam. Akal Purkh don't even have a Naam. Like, what the hell? A Naam hai. Whole Gurbani talking about Naam, and our so-called mystic people of Sikhi, they saying Akal Purkh have no name. No Naam. How the hell? Like, we are totally talking against Gurbani by reading, and we are doing a Khand parts and everything, but whole narrative. And then people go to these Babbe. They said, oh, you know, Guru is a Sakshat, Guru is the actual revealed or present or Pragat Brahm, and read Gurbani, and after reading Gurbani, look for Guru. And Guru here is sitting right here in the yellow clothes.
All right, brothers. I gotta end the live now, but Baji, that was a great lecture. All right.
Okay.
Well, I gotta go.